we're going to have to first make sure that the public sector is as efficient as we can make it, because one of the real problems has been a decline in trust of government and in government spending having much impact. But that said, particularly now that we know that even Governor Schwarzenegger, after going into public office, realized that there's less fat there to be cut than you think, is we're really going to have to own up in the future to the fact that we need to pay higher taxes to be able to make the state successful. The conversation is kind of drifting away from the fact that we actually need more public investment, and in order to get there, we're going to have to tax ourselves, all of us, to be able to do that. That's going to be a really tough challenge to lay out in front of people. And yet it seems to me like it's such a critical one. You know, I'm doing really well. I'm a professor at the University of Southern California. I get to do some consulting. I make a ton of money. And, you know, I did because I went to the University of California, and it gave me the skills that I needed to be able to go forward. And I come to work every day either driving on roads that were built by the state or taking some of our great mass transit that's available to be able to get down here. My kids went to school in the state of California. There's great zoning regulations which have made the place that I live, Pasadena, a pleasant place to live. I owe something to the larger society for having done that. It may not be an extraordinary share of my income, but I owe something. And we need to really realize that, again, the public sector is a platform for private success. We pose these things as being in contradiction, counterposed to one another, and yet we need to find the balance that will make things right. And I think that this is a state which has so much promise, such a high quality of life, and yet so many problems that we're really going to have to think about the revenue streams that will allow us to address that into the future.